I'm just a girl in a Howard sweater with her cupcakes, her stuffies, in her bed with a tripod, ready to bash her own college. Ooh. I'm gonna try and not make this very long. We're gonna condense this as much as I fucking can. And I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know before you go to Howard University. In this video, I'm gonna try and describe the basic experience that you get from Howard as a first year instead of like my specific major. I could do another video on that. Then I'll do another video on like my experience. Cause um yeah. 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 I'm just gonna give y'all some tips. I'm just gonna chat. And you guys are here for the ride because you want my information and I'm gonna give it to you for free. Not for free, subscribe and like and comment. If you like me, you really should. Oh, you should subscribe. Let me do my Howard intro. Hi, my name is Sᴍᴄɪᴜ Baptiste Peters. Hi, my name is Sᴍᴄɪ Baptiste Peters. I am a second year BFA musical theater major from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a second year. I'm a sophomore now. I don't know where my freshman year went. Fuck the intro. Let's just get into it, okay? Administration is terrible. They take ages to get to you. But here's the thing. When I say I love Howard, I mean I love my professors. I love the community. I love the people that go there. Everybody equally hates administration. Okay, we don't like it. We don't like them. Why did they raise tuition? Again, every year they raise tuition. Emails, they're bombarded with emails. They literally didn't even give us our housing until like a month, maybe like 2 weeks ago. So like a month before we go back to school. And bitch, let me tell you the tea. Why are they putting never before seen at Howard University quadruple rooms, 4 people in one room that's made for either a single or a double? I don't know if they're adding wardrobes. I don't know how they're gonna have the bed set up. They'll be like, oh, you mean like a suite, like maybe 2 people in each room? No. Well, this is what I've heard. They're raising tuition and they took in a lot of people for a class of 2028. It's the largest class. I thought my class was the largest class. No, 2028 is the largest class, to the point where they're putting freshmen in sophomore dedicated buildings. And I already told you they're putting 4 people in one room. So that's housing. If you want a good housing assignment, College Hall South is the default. I lived in College Hall South. It was good, it was chill. I didn't have no rats, even though people said there was roaches. Not a lot though. I only saw 1 roach in my room personally, because me and my roommate we were clean people, and I only saw 1 roach, and that was because like I was working really late and it was like on the wall, but it was like this small, so you have to do what you have to do. Oh my gosh, I went back and I watched my first year move-in, like my move-in into College House South. Go and watch that if you want like a actual tour. She was such a different person. She was so smiley. She was so energetic. She was, bless her heart. She had no idea what was to come. Yeah, so that's housing. Housing, they don't allow people outside into the buildings. So yeah, we didn't even have visitation for other students to come into our building till like halfway through the year. And certain buildings is easier to sneak people in. College Hall South could. I'm not gonna say anything that's gonna incriminate my name, okay? Okay, off of housing, food. They don't feed you. They don't feed you. If you don't know how to cook, bitch, I know they say don't bring a crock pot. Bring a crock pot. I fed myself. I'll tell you what, there will be days where I go starving because I'm not Uber eating every day. Basically, the dining halls, we have Bethune Annex, and then we have Blackburn. And then you have the other places where you could do your dining dollar swipes, and you have to like use real money to buy stuff, and that finishes in like your first 2 months because you don't realize that everything in there is $15 every time you do a visit. Anyways, so they don't feed you, but they do. It depends on the day. Yeah, sometimes you'll literally go into the dining hall and there'll be no food. Trays empty. There was a literal strike. making this school seem so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm not. I'm speaking my truth. A literal strike with the chefs. They weren't being treated right, and then like we just wasn't getting fed. I ate spaghetti, like Alfredo noodles, every day. Every time I was hungry, I had to eat Alfredo noodles, and people be like, "Go eat the stir fry. Go eat this." I ate noodles, Alfredo, and my little deli sandwich, if the deli was even open, because most of the time they're on break. We don't got Sprite, we got Starry. Every time I came back home and I got a good Sprite, ooh, yeah. Incoming freshmen, do not buy the party packs. Quite literally, freshman week is a scam. You do not go to every single party. Most of the parties suck. Most of the DJs are terrible because they are free DJs, or they're DJs that like are just starting. Howard is such a melting pot of cultures, of different states, of different types of people. It's crazy. The culture shock I got when I was hearing everyone's accents, and when they heard my... First of all, if you are coming from New York and you're going to Howard University in the South, you will be the oddball out. And when you tell them they have an accent, or you like mimic their southern accent, they're like, "No, you have an accent." And I'm like, grr. But it's real nice. I do like it. The melting pot is really crazy. This was my first time realizing that like different people in different states is really different people. I know I sound crazy. This is the first time I was exposed to different cultures, different upbringings, different people. Basically, that's Howard. I mean, that's college life, but like seeing that with black people too, I was like, oh shit, we really like different fonts out here. That was just interesting. It was real fun though. Like I'd say some things and people look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, wait, we didn't all have that same experience? All right. I started chatting about that too long. Let's keep thinking. Oh, back to the parties. They suck. There's a lot of like club, I guess. Here's the thing. Also with the partying, with your first week, the people you meet in your first week, I know everybody says this, they're not gonna be the people that you're gonna be with at the end of the year. And if you are, congratulations. Like, I'm so fucking proud of you. But most of the times, the people that you meet in the first week all are in the same boat as you. They're trying to find new friends. They're trying to get a clique. They're trying to find out people who they could go out with. Freshmen move into campus like I think like a week or two earlier than like the rest of the school. So like I was one of the first people on campus. The whole campus was like empty. Like when I tell you the entire dorms were empty, I'm Baptiste. I'm the first people to move in. I was just walking around trying to figure out stuff, going to the movies. Then when people finally started coming in, that's when it was like, okay, cool. Then there was parties every day. I went to a lot of the parties. It was had fun. It's really fun watching people. You have to experience a Howard party, a Darty, the Little Valley parties. I would say they're good to pass the time, but would I say they're like, I would love to have this every month? No. The party scene is very prominent, but you will see the same people who's throwing ass on top of like the stairs, in fucking fountains, drunk off their ass, and then they're still getting up in suit and ties for their 8 a.m. I'm musical theater again. I don't wear suit and ties. I wear all black. Y'all be stepping. Every time I see people walking in their little business casual, my friend is a business major. Child, I gotta give y'all props because it be hot. Y'all be walking up the hill. College Hall South. Picture it. College Hall South is at the bottom of a hill. You gotta walk up that hill, turn left into the gate. Then you meet the steeper hill that you gotta really trek, and then you're in the clearing for like flat terrain. Or you could pick the other way, go through the valley, go up the stairs. That hill took me out. I didn't buy an electric scooter. I asked my parents to get me an electric scooter, and I thank God they did. I know that probably sounds lazy, but when I had rehearsals until 11 p.m., I know some people had rehearsals till like 5 a.m. 2 p.m. 2 a.m. I don't care. I was tired. So to hop on my little scooting around. Should I say it? I got hit by a car. And then I still went to classes. Like, I literally went to ballet. the next morning. But that's another story, another video, another time. I be scooting around, and some people knew me as a scooter girl. I shit you not. I shit you not. Some people are like, oh, you're the girl on the scooter. Yeah. Like, I would literally be driving to class, and my friends would be yelling at me, and they're like, Shani! And I'll be like, hello? Like, I have to pull over sometimes and be like, hey. And then they'll be like, oh, where you going? Why you zooming? I'm late to class. And you might be like, Shanice, how the fuck are you late to class with a scooter? What can I say? Back on topic. Howard. Don't be sad if you don't have friends in the first semester. You probably will be, but... Okay, let's talk about homecoming. Homecoming is basically for the old heads to come back and relive their youth. It's not really made for us. The homecoming that we had was with Victoria Monet. You know, I put that on my mama, on my hood. You know her. It rained. I shared my umbrella with a lovely couple. It was a real interesting experience. I missed my chance to get a free Howard tote bag. Why? Because I thought the homecoming performances would get good and I'd miss it. Spoiler alert. I ain't miss shit. Except that tote bag, and I really do regret it. A girl peed on herself. It ended up on other people. She didn't live that down the entire year. We also have this app called Fizz. If you don't know what Fizz is, it's basically Twitter for black colleges, I think. Is it just black colleges? I've heard it's just for black colleges, but Fizz, amazing. I ended up on Fizz. I was just enjoying my life, dancing at a party. A girl came by herself. I peeped it. She started dancing in the center. I danced with her. Tell me why I come to class the next day and my friend says, Shanice, you're on Fizz. Oh, no way. My heart dropped. I didn't know what it was for. Because listen, when I go to parties, I get down. Thankfully, it was just them promoting like their party. And I was just like, tapping and spinning, dancing with a girl. So, yeah. Ended up on Fizz in my first year of college. Bring a crock pot, bring a fan, because the ACs will not work and you will be hot or you will be cold. Vice versa. Bring a heated blanket too, because my heated blanket came in clutch, bitch. When it was freezing in that bitch, I was toasty in my bed. A collapsible bin that you could put your clothes in. I'm currently living out of those bins because I put all my clothes into it. Now, I know Howard University, HU, you know the Mecca. Oh, you have to step out. You have to show out. You really don't. You really don't have to. If you're really coming from a place of I just like to wear jeans and a shirt, wear your jeans and a shirt. Nobody is stepping every day. And if you're stepping every day, everybody default thinks that you're one of the fashion designers majors, or you're one of the models and you're going to a shoot or something, or you just came from a show or show's coming up. Nobody, when they be rate my yard fits, that's not every day. Not every day. People are not showing up in their fresh kicks every day just to go to class. I've seen people just walking in their 90s. I mean, you have to have more confidence than others. Some people will literally die if they came outside in their 90s. Some people don't. Nobody cares. Everybody's here just trying to fucking survive, pay their tuition, and get an education. That's it. But I will say, everybody at Howard is very supportive of you. Well, I don't know if that's everybody, but actually, I'd say so. I'd say that everybody's supportive of each other. It's just everybody wants to see each other succeed. And you could really feel that. I love the professors. I love the education that I'm getting for my specific major, because I genuinely don't think I would be able to get it anywhere else. But Howard has a lot of bullshit. It's a lot. Let's keep thinking. Oh, a fun fact, there was a STD outbreak in the first week of my Howard experience, because that was freshman week, and everybody who came from every state, when they grew up sheltered and then they got freedom, Oh my god, you could tell the people who came, and they did not have any type of freedom before like August 7th. Before August 7th, they were locked in their house with heavy restrictions from their parents. Then they got to Howard University and they mixed in with there's a lot of groups, okay? And sometimes those people end up with the wrong groups, and then they look a fool, and that group ain't helping that person. And don't be that person. You listen. We all are freshmen, and we all make mistakes. But I would say, please come and party responsibly. If you don't know your limit, don't test it your first week, because then that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your semester. That wasn't me though. Stay safe. My overall consensus of my first year of Howard University is that Howard University is not what it used to be. If you really talk to alum from maybe 2010 and before, they're like, I fucking love Howard. Like, I will die for Howard. Like, they will stand on business. Shout out to the VP running for president. Yeah, Howard alum. But I think after 2010, that shit started going downhill, wiping out. But I feel like the community is still trying to keep it alive, and there is being fixed, but I don't think they're being fixed enough. Oh, I didn't even talk about the biggest thing when it comes to housing. You are located in a city, in a very urban area. It's very funny with Howard though, because Howard campus, you walk 2 blocks this way, you're just surrounded by what's a politically correct term? People who you would not feel safe walking past. People that seem like they need help. You are also, when there is a university, there is always a hospital. So when a hospital is located somewhere, it attracts very I'll sum it up to this. Howard University's campus is not safe. There's shootings every other day. There's robberies every other day. There's just somebody got beat up the first that first month of Howard was of college was crazy. Somebody got beat up by a group of people, but I think it's because it was a grown man touching minors, if I remember correctly. There was also a shooting one day, and people could not make it to classes because streets were blocked off. And there was a robbery again. Streets were also blocked off because the robber was literally robber or shooter. He could have been a robber and an active shooter. You know, he was he hunkered down. Trying to think of words. He hunkered down in one of the stores, and it fucked up people's day. DC is a very interesting place. You can really tell the areas that are gentrified, and then I would just say it's not presented to the very wealthy. So, and they're 2 blocks separate. They're not even separated. Honestly, if you're walking one way, you'll see all the slums, everything, needles on floors, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Then you walk 2 more blocks, and then it's wow, pretty flowers, pretty buildings, wow, white people. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, so being from New York and then going to DC, it was really interesting to see how it's really blocks of at least when New York, you're okay, you got this neighborhood. I would say don't be the person who gets stuck in their room in their first year. Hold my hand when I say this. Do the work to find a roommate. Do not be me and think you're gonna be the fucking exception, and you're not gonna need a roommate. They're not gonna assign you a roommate. They will, because of safety, which is real, because there was really freshmen they would really go disappear, and their roommates would be concerned. So really find your own roommate that matches your interests and talk to them before you guys move in, so that you can have a fun experience. I feel your roommate experience will really determine if you really enjoy your first year or not. Spoiler alert. I didn't have the best experience with my roommate. And oh, how I wish I could transfer out of Howard and just take all my professors and education and just plant it somewhere else without the $25,000 per semester tuition. 25,000, 60,000, 25, 20, 20, 40, $60,000 tuition, yeah. I have the HU Achievers Scholarship. They have yet to apply to my account, but they want me to pay my tuition by August 5th. What? I recommend, if you do not have one already, if you do not believe in them, I don't care. I'm still going to tell you this. And again, hold my hand when I say this. Get a therapist before you go to college, or maybe your second semester. Maybe I would love it if you had it before you went to college. College is very much a place where you relearn yourself, where you break down yourself and you're like, okay, now I'm in a new environment, I have new priorities, I have new everything, and everything I'm responsible for. So if you're like me and you take shit really, like, you get one bad grade and your whole life falls apart, babe, get a therapist. And maybe it's because I don't know how the different majors feel, but specifically with musical theater, I feel like it's a lot of expectations. It's a lot of tiresome days, hard work put in, and it can make a little mental toll. Just a bit, just a bit. Ooh. But that's also for another video, because this video is already too fucking long. So if you like the video, like the video. Like, if you like the video, like the video. And if you have anything that you want me to actually address, I can address it in my next video. Just put the comment down and put the question in there, and I can answer it to the best of my ability. So yeah, that's it. Do I have an outro? I don't know. It's been like a year since I've done one of these. So we're just got the cameras.